Obviously, you could tell this was recorded yesterday. But I do want to get my Super Bowl pick out of the way. And I will do a reaction video to the Super Bowl. The reason why I'm not doing a Super Bowl preview, because it's pointless. Everything I possibly could said would just be repeating. And when I did my Super Bowl content last year, nobody really watched it because everybody's doing Super Bowl content. So yes, I will do a reaction video to the Super Bowl. Let's pray to God it's better than last year. My pick is the 49ers. And you guys are probably wondering, Jeff, why are you picking the 49ers? Because they are an old school team. Defense, run game is what's largely carried them through the season. And for the old school fans out there, I'm rooting for the 49ers, even though that would be their, I believe, sixth Super Bowl. Either way, today's video is going to be on Isaiah Simmons. C-Man6969 asked me to do it in the comment section below yesterday. And again, if you guys have a draft profile you want to see on a certain player, let me know. But with no further ado, let's get into the measurables of Isaiah Simmons. So, Isaiah Simmons, height 6'4", weight 230, school Clemson, obviously. Started 29 games, converted to linebacker this year. So, between safety and linebacker, started 29 games. And position, his position now is linebacker, but this kid really is a Swiss Army knife. If you watched him in the national title game, you know. Played outside linebacker, played DN, played middle linebacker, played safety, played corner, all over the field. Also, just converting to linebacker. Won the Dick Butkus Award this year. First time it happened in 35 years for a Clemson linebacker, which is really impressive considering all the names that have gone away from Clemson in the last couple of years. And to be one of the first linebackers to get the Dick Butkus Award in 35 years, really, really, really impressive. Before we get into the positives, I just want to say the reason why we do these measurables and we talk about the player is not every NFL fan is big into the draft or big into college football, and it's good to give a little background on the player before getting into the positives and negatives, which we will do right now. All that being said, excellent blitzer. A lot of these things I'm going to tell you, positives, are going to be broad brushstrokes. It's going to be very obvious things, but again, not everybody is super in-depth into the draft, and I could sit there and gush about Isaiah Simmons for 12 hours if I really needed to. Covers a lot of ground. Very good sideline-to-sideline player. Obviously, being converted from safety to linebacker, no surprise there. Very good run defender. I was surprised to see this, especially coming from safety. Yes, safeties do have a chance, can bury their nose, get up in the line of scrimmage, but it's usually when you're playing with an 8-man box. This kid, right off the hop, boom. Great, very good run defender. Rare cover skill for a linebacker. Again, corner, safety, being all over the field. No surprise there. Negatives. Needs to shed blocks better. That is literally the only negative I have. And the reason why it's the only negative I've had, because I've seen more negatives on Isaiah Simmons. I could point out more negatives on Isaiah Simmons. The problem is, they're negatives if he was going to play corner in the NFL, and he's not. The man is 6'4", 230. He's either going to be converted to an outside linebacker in a 3-4 scheme because he could put more weight on that frame, or he's going to stay at linebacker or possibly safety. I'm not going to sit there and knock his cover skills because that's where a lot of the negatives comes. They'll say he's too stiff in the hips. The one thing I've heard at linebacker that he might have a problem with is instincts, but that will come with time. So again, even though it might be a slight negative now, and I think people are really nitpicking when they say that, again, I'm not going to put it on here. It's just not worth it. Comparisons. We have Jessie Armstead and Devin Bush. These comparisons, right off the hop, don't do this kid justice because he is more of a better all-around player than these guys because he can play safety, he can play corner, he can play outside linebacker. The only reason I'm saying these guys because they're very good linebackers, all-around linebackers. Devin Bush is pretty good coverage and can diagnose and can blitz linebacker. Same with Jessie Armstead. Obviously, Jessie Armstead's the best linebacker the Giants have had in, the last 20 years, if not. Well, actually, I'm trying to think. It might be even more than like last maybe 30 years, but then I'd be getting into Lawrence Taylor territory. But either way, again, Jessie Armstead, one of the best Giants linebackers of all time. And I think this kid can live up to that. It remains to be seen. But yeah. And then last but not least, I want to thank everybody for watching. And again, if you want to see more draft profiles, Let me know in the comment section below. It's been One Giant Rebuttal. Please like and subscribe, and go Big Blue.